this community more handicap accessible related to sidewalks and bicycle friendly?
Well, first of all, much like a lot of communities, ADA compliance is extremely important. It's also effectively mandated. I mean, if you're doing different types of projects, you know, specifically anything being built new is going to have to be ADA compliant. To go back through, and I think the city has done its fair share of actually upgrading some of the locations and stuff, specifically to down ramps for curbs, different types of things like that. In terms of bike riding, I mean, obviously it would be nice when we have Baker Lake, right? But it's kind of a circle, so you get to either walk, jog, or ride your bike around there, which is a good thing, or rollerblade. So there's a variety of things you can do there. But I think the intent, and I think there may even be a drawing relative to this, which, you know, expand that park area and stuff over onto the property that I think is owned by the News Tribune. At some point, I think it would be nice to be able to make our community much more user-friendly. Again, all these questions seem to tie back to youth and younger people and people that have been here for a while being able to utilize things that keep them in the community, right? If we can have bike paths, I mean, you don't have to travel very far to go somewhere where if you like to ride bikes, you can ride bikes for a prolonged period of time. So do we need to explore ways to do this? Absolutely. But it ultimately all comes down to money. So it's a matter of prioritizing the things that are going to be the most important. We need to make a determination of what 1, 2, 3, and 4 are and work forward to getting those things done.
Thank you. Mr. Harrell.
Okay, handicap accessible. In the last 2 construction seasons, we've replaced almost 2 miles of sidewalk. Think about that, 2 miles of sidewalk in the city of Peru. Every corner that the sidewalk has been addressed is handicap accessible to the new rules. The new rules are more restrictive than the old rules were, so you were replacing handicap accessible with handicap accessible to the new rule. As far as bicycle friendly, I completely agree with that. We had a grant application into the IDNR, which was going to put sidewalks and biking trails through St. John's Edition and up to, so that you could go up to the clinic, the St. Margaret's Clinic, and also into the Hy-Vee area. We did not receive that grant. We had a grant applied for Tiger, where we were going to expand Peoria Street going north from Shooting Park Road up to Wenzel Road, which would have been a 3-lane, and there would have been walking path and bicycle paths. I do notice more people walking on North Peoria Street lately, and they do need something to walk on that is safe. We do have in the works, I don't know if it'll be 18 or 19, but we do have in the works for us to pay for if we do not receive a grant, the same thing that I just mentioned, which was the expansion of North Peoria Street from Shooting Park Road to Wenzel Road, and it will include bike paths and whatnot. It's much needed, and we're on that path. We're doing it.
Thank you. Mr. Perez?
Yeah, I think the ADA compliance is, you know, really enforced. I mean, you can't even go anywhere anymore without seeing the wheelchair access, and, you know, all the construction that we've been doing. That's one of the main top priorities, is making sure that every intersection has that wheelchair access. One of the things that I think that we really need to focus on doing is sidewalk crossing. You could drive down Route 6, and it's like nobody stops for anybody that's really standing there ready to cross, including if somebody's in a wheelchair or handicapped. So if there's something that we can work on, we'll have to get together with public safety to see if maybe we can have more signs right there at the corners where it's like you have to stop for the crosswalks, because nobody's really doing it. And that's one of the things that I think that we need to focus on, is helping the pedestrians trying to get across the streets. The bike paths, I really think that we could focus on, it doesn't have to be a full-blown construction. I know that down in Bloomington they have just a painted strip alongside the road that goes you know, through their business district. And I think that taking people from south of Shooting Park Road back up to our shopping district would be a great thing, because we don't really have any bike trails or anything here in the city of Peru, and it is pretty costly to implement anything like that. So until then, I think that it's more cost effective to have a maybe painted alongside between the road and the curb, giving people access and a chance to ride their bikes and up into that shopping district and cut across where the church is, getting up that way. So.